2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's the Orlando Magic facing the Indiana Pacers. Tip-off goes to Orlando. A look at the Magic starting group. Tracy McGrady is out there with Hardaway. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Howard. And it's Hill in at the three, the small forward. Now, here is McGrady and the powerful one-handed slam.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Hardaway against Lewis. Granger right side. No good on his first attempt of the game.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
McGrady passes to Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
And so George will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. 4-point game. The pass to Smits. Lewis outside. Just 5 on the clock. With the shot. Misses off the left iron. Here's Hill. And Hill throws it down.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
No problems knocking that one down.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Hardaway. Pass to Hill. Passes it to O'Neal. McGrady against George.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates.
Indiana off to a slow start, trailing by 5. Hardaway against Lewis. The feed to O'Neal. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, McGrady. And McGrady drops them both. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lewis passes to O'Neal. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Pass to McGrady. Good ball movement here by the Magic. It's back to Hill. Now the pass to Hardaway. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And here is Granger after Penny Hardaway just hit the 3. And George, here we go. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Magic leading by 10. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Free throw good, McGrady. And it's Indiana's ball. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Smits passes to George. George double teamed. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Now, you have got to give Paul George so much respect. He's just amazing at drawing contact when he shoots.
It's his first trip to the line. 2 shots. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Outside Hardaway. He feeds it to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's O'Neal. Following the bucket by Orlando. Near the three-point line, it's Lewis, and Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Hands it from downtown.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now, here's Lewis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
Hardaway kicks to McGrady. Hill passes to Howard. It's back to Hill from the arc. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Pass to Shaq. McGrady outside. And the three off target.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Shoots off the step back. Rebounded by Howard. Magic leading by 14 to the inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And so it's Indiana with it. Following the bucket by Orlando. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Smith's such a talented offensive player, whether he's operating in the low block or facing up from mid-range. He creates problems for the defense.
And the first one at the line is good. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Shaq. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And Howard with the stuff.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Lewis, following the bucket by Orlando. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lewis has got his second bucket.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And with the height to see over people and the peripheral vision to do it quickly, Penny with the perfect setup.
Pacers trail by 16. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
The Pacers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Here's McGrady. 14 points for him. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hits the three-point bomb. McGrady's got a couple of threes now in the first for Orlando.
Yeah, you got to love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
Lewis hits the bucket.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
To the paint. Back to Lewis. And so it's the Orlando Magic Sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Howard. Lewis is out there with Turkle. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Francis in at the point guard position. And to get open is Lewis. George with the bucket.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Here's Francis. Tracy McGrady on the wing. Now that one is his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to 12 points. The points that time coming from Lewis. Lewis has gotten 5 of his 7 shots to fall. Passes it to Howard. Turkle with it. Orlando moving the ball around. Lewis on the way. McGinnis covering. 6 on the shot clock. And he goes in for the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And so here is Indiana, following the bucket by Orlando. Pass to McGinnis. Outside for Lewis, and stolen by Howard. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Turkle with the ball. Back to McGrady. The pass to Francis. The 3. Pacers with the rebound. Lewis down low. Defended by Turkle. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Lewis. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Howard, the pass to Lewis. Here's Francis. Second chance shot, and Howard with the nice bucket inside. Howard's got 10 points.
If you had a question as to how Dwight Howard is up there amongst the all-time leaders in offensive rebounds, that's an example why.
Now here's Lewis. 13 points in the game. Count it. Good. 15 points in the game.
Just doing what he can. He's competing. He's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's George following the score by Rashard Lewis. Here's McGinnis. The shot's good on the assist by George.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
McGrady kicks to Turkoglu. Here's Howard. Howard draws the double, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Oladipo comes in for George. Pacers trail by 12. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Hardaway's checked in for Orlando. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Now, here's Oladipo. Tipped away. Lewis outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lewis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Dwight Howard has made a living off of dunks. My goodness.
Howard's gone a perfect 6 of 6 shooting. Lewis passes to Hibbert. Here's Person, defended by Turkle. Now Oladipo. Lewis outside. Just 5 to shoot. Over Francis. Lewis misses. Orlando leading by 12. Howard, the pass to Lewis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Lewis, one of those guys that can fit into a lot of different roles, but depending on what his team needs, he's got a diverse skill set, he's got size, and this guy loves shooting a three.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jermaine O'Neal checked in for McGinnis. Granger comes in for Person, and it's Jackson in for Lewis. Now here's Granger. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's O'Neal. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Francis, guarded by Jackson. And he dunks it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's O'Neal. The Magic getting the bucket, and the wing jumper offline. 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lewis misses. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Indiana. It's a 14-point game. Granger for the three. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Now here's Hardaway. Jermaine O'Neal missing his last shot. And the basket by Turkoglu.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so here is Indiana. They trail by 18. Here's Jackson. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Goes up, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him Pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Hardaway hits them both. And so it's the Orlando Magic controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Orlando had no problems getting going. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. Hard to find much fault with what they did in the first quarter. Their lead was 14 by the end of the period. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity and pulled further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all.
And that's a...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana, we've got Danny Granger, also Jermaine O'Neal out there, and it's George in a 2-guard. Who is outside? To the middle, here's Granger. Second shot opportunity, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
And so Granger nails both of them. Magic leading by 20. McGrady outside. Lewis gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lewis outside. Shot clock at 6. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
For Indiana, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. 90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Lewis, and it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Lewis outside. A 3. Lewis grabs the board.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see. You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
To the right side. Here's O'Neal. Lays it up off the glass. O'Neal's got his second basket.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Francis passes to McGrady. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
And the Pacers call time here.
Timeout. Start it. Get out of here,
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Smits. Kicks to George. Pulls from the top of the key. Orlando grabs the miss. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Dishes it to Lewis. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. There's the 3. And the foul called on Rashard Lewis. That's foul number 2 for him. Turkoglu's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Lewis outside. Passes to Kellogg. Smits passes to Kellogg. And that one is hammered home.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Here's Lewis. Each shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Here's McGrady. Here's O'Neal. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Kellogg. George looking over the floor. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's his first foul. We've got 1:28 left in the third. McGrady outside. That three off the mark. Here's Indiana. There's the pass to Rose. Good, nice job down low.
He's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Yep, that one goes. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Williams with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Jackson. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. McGrady dishes to O'Neal. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from O'Neal. McGinnis, he's checked in for Indiana. Person comes in for George. O'Neal hits them both. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Pass to Person. Back to Jackson. A floater, and there it is for him.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now McGrady, 30 points in the game. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Here's Jackson, and he gets the bucket. McGrady outside.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so it's the Orlando. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick, because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Lewis is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then it's Turkoglu. And it's Francis in at the 1 spot. And here's Indiana. Inside. There's Oladipo. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
From past the arc. A shot by McGrady, no good. Oladipo right side. Count the basket.
You simply must respect the mid-range game of Victor Oladipo. When given the opportunity, he will capitalize.
Pass to Lewis. Over Williams. Here's Shaq. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Some changes for Indiana. O'Neal's checked in for Williams. And it's Granger in for Person. And Orlando making a change here. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th quarter. Magic leading by 22. O'Neal kicks to Anderson. Good ball movement here by the Magic. McGrady up top. Guarded by Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Free throw good. McGrady. And McGrady drops them both. Here's Jackson. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him, and the rebound goes to Howard. O'Neal's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Anderson kicks to O'Neal. Down low, here's McGrady. That one doesn't go. Great tee that time from Hibbert. Granger with the ball. Grant Hill covering. And good that time.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Howard finds Hill. O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's foul number 2 for him. O'Neal passes to Smits, who is outside. To the inside. Pocket 6. Anderson with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
A 3 ball. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Smits, good.
So these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
It's stolen by Oladipo. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Smits, good. Smits has got 4 points this quarter.
Now, Victor Oladipo's passing skills probably unappreciated. This guy is very unselfish and capable.
From deep. They'll get another chance. Howard draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Indiana. Here's Indiana. Lewis attacking, and he banks in the layup. Lewis has got 23 points.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's McGrady. Here's O'Neal. Another shot. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Here's Lewis. And the layup's good off the glass. 75 points in the game.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
McGrady against Lewis. From deep three-point range, the shot comes out, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Pass to McGrady. Granger against Hill. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And a switcher also for Orlando. Hardaway's checked in. The pass to Kellogg. To the paint. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Magic leading by 19. On the wing, Hardaway. The 3 from Anderson. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hill. Six to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Indiana. They're on a 12-4 run right now. There's Jackson with the 3. Sinks the triple.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And that one's good by Shaq. And the Magic lead by 18.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block. Simply overpowers the opposition.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game count. And a dunk by O'Neal.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Jackson against Hardaway. Jackson drives in.
That's an old-fashioned rim rack.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olson, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.